Hello, Bo.
Hi.
So, please come on in.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, Dorian. You know what? I just realized why you're here, and I've got to say that even for you, this takes a lot of nerve.
Here's what you do when you don't find the rainbows in.
You probably heard through the grapevine that the Buchanan family's divided about Vicky running for mayor, so you thought you'd come by and you'd talk to us about throwing our support to Herb. Huh? That's right, huh?
No, not at all, but what a delightful idea. I mean, it's nice to know that the Buchanans are not backing
Dorian,
Vicky.
that isn't exactly what he meant. He was...
Honey, oh, God.
Forget it. Why don't you come on in, sit down, tell us why you really are here?
Well, I'm sorry to come over so late. It's just that as ambassador to Mendorra, I really felt it was my duty to talk to you.
Hope this doesn't have to do with Raymond.
Yes, I'm afraid so.
What's wrong with him?
Well, he's just not adjusting to his blindness. I mean, he is so defensive, and I have to use the word. He's paranoid. I mean, he's become reclusive, as if he can hide his condition.
Doesn't sound like Raymond at all.
No, not at all. And the situation is alarming everyone around him.
You know, I had no idea. I don't talk to Raymond very often, but when I do, he makes it sound as though he's just fine.
Believe me, he is not fine.
Dorian, any chance you're exaggerating on all this?
No, especially after the behavior I witnessed yesterday at the palace.
Oh, yeah. I can imagine how happy he was after you trashed him in the Philadelphia newspapers.
Look, as I explained to Sarah's sister, and I am trying to explain to you right now, he is just not dealing with his handicap. He can hardly handle his own affairs, let alone those of an entire country.
What do you have in stake in all this?
I beg your pardon.
Well, you said in that article that you felt that his brother, what's that guy?
Roland.
Roland would be a much more effective king. Now, did this other guy, did he promise you something if he should become the king?
Oh, Bo, please. I represent the interests of the United States, not my own, and I wouldn't be here right now if I wanted Raymond to fail.
Well, then what does all this have to do with us?
Sarah, Raymond needs you in Mendorra as soon as possible. Sarah, you are one of the few people in this world that Raymond trusts. Now, your sister is another, and Klaus is one that's his closest political advisor. Do you know he thinks that Roland is his enemy and that almost everyone's lying to him and wants him to fail?
Okay, I appreciate what you're saying, Dorian, but I don't know what I can do about it.
That broadcast you gave in rebuttal to my article, well, it made a lot of sense to me.
You mean the one where we've decided that Raymond is not less intelligent just because he lost his sight?
Exactly, and I am very guilty of that. The problem right now is that Raymond's starting to believe it, at least in his subconscious.
Well, that's because he didn't have enough training in how to deal with the loss of his sight. Obviously, he's frustrated, and therefore I guess he's feeling inferior.
Yes, he's depressed, he's angry, he's insecure, and yet he is still arrogant.
I know the pattern, Dorian. I've seen it many, many times.
Yes. You know how to deal with this kind of thing, don't you? Then, Sarah, please.
No. No, Dorian. The answer is no.
I am speaking to Sarah.
What, you're talking about something that concerns both of us.
Wait, please. Dorian, Bo and I are getting married in a week and a half. I mean, otherwise I would be more than happy to go over to Mendorra and try to work with Raymond. But...
And listen, Bo, this upcoming wedding, is that your only objection to?
Well, you might say that.
Well, Sarah, can't you just come and work with Raymond for 4 or 5 days, come back in time for the wedding, and everyone will be happy?
Yeah, I could maybe teach him a thing or two, but Dorian, if his self-confidence is as low as you say and his anger is as deep as you say, there's no way, then she just wouldn't have time to do all of this.
We're sorry, Dorian.
Bo, are you jealous of Raymond?
Dorian.
Are you kidding me?
Well, come on. If you won't even consider a compromise, I have to believe there's something more than this wedding that concerns you.
For your information, we already had one wedding recently that got fouled up because of other people. We're not going to let that happen again.
What could happen?
What could happen? What could not happen? Hell, she's going to be in a foreign country. She could get all mixed up with this palace politics. Who's going to be the next king? Who the hell really cares, huh?
Sarah, is it those things that frighten you? Do those things seem more important than helping a blind man overcome his disability?
What? Don't pose a question like that.
Okay.
No, that's not fair. Come on.
Please, come on now. Would you calm down and let me talk to Dorian?
What? I have a lot more experience talking to Dorian about stuff like this than you do.
Now, look, I want to see you two get married as planned, but I also want to do the best thing for the next ruler of Mendorra.
Dorian, so do we, all right? But there is another problem here. Raymond hasn't asked for my help.
He needs somebody he can be completely honest with. His insecurities and fears are overwhelming him. What could be better than his non-threatening teacher to bring that admission out of him?
Look, this denial could go on for months.
Yeah, months. Wait, let's get back to my original question, though. Are you exaggerating so that you'll get your way in this, Dorian?
All right, look. Will the two of you come over to my place tomorrow? The Mendorran Ballet is putting on a performance in honor of Prince Raymond. Now, I've ordered closed circuits so I can watch it on my own TV.
Well, what's Raymond going to do, dance?
No. He is going to address the nation after the performance. And then you can see for yourself if this is the same man you know or someone who is desperately in need of your help.
To all of the other counselors. In fact, he became very good friends with Gloria, and I'm sure Gloria would be delighted to go to Mendorra and work with him.
Yes, and you are still assuming that Raymond is still that relaxed man that you once knew. All right, maybe he will take some lessons from this other woman, but he needs your appearance there to convince him that he needs help.
Maybe she could just talk to him over the phone.
Yes, she could try, and I guarantee you that he'll deny he has any problem. Look, I'm not going to pressure you anymore, but would you just think about what I said and come over tomorrow and listen to his address to the nation?
Yes, okay. Okay, yes to both accounts. It'll give me a little time to chat it over with Beau, and I'm sure I'll get a better feel for the situation once I see him on television.
Well, that's fair. That's very fair, and I'm just sorry that I interrupted your lives.
Yeah, well, at least you admit it.
And, Beau, by the way, just who is it that doesn't want Vicky to run for mayor? Could it be your father, the one with all of those nasty skeletons in the closet?
It's always so good to see you, Dorian, and would you give Herb our regards? Tell him good luck, but he's in for a hell of a fight.
Good night, Sarah.
Oh, good night, Dorian.
Nerve of this woman. Okay, it's over. Where were we?
Sweetheart, I'm actually worried about Raymond.
You want to go to Mendorra?
No, I don't want to go to Mendorra, but I almost feel like I have to. And a lot is at stake here. The country, not to mention Raymond's position as king and his emotional well-being.
What about Megan? I'll call the writers. We'll have them write her off the show for a while. She can go to Mendorra. She can convince the guy to see another therapist, okay?
Maybe, yeah. Look, I'm going to give her a call. I mean, no matter what we decide to do, she should know what's going on here.
Honey, I know you're concerned about Raymond. And if this was a week ago, if this was 2 weeks after we got married, I'd say, yeah, go ahead, go to Mendorra, help this guy out.
I know you're right. I mean, nobody's going to blame me for putting my wedding before him. Except for me, maybe.
I want to say once again, remember Dorian's power of exaggeration.
Oh, she seemed genuinely concerned to me.
Well, I'm not going to believe anything until I hear the word help just come screaming out of Raymond's mouth.
Good, maybe that's Megan.
It's probably Dorian to give me another argument.
Maybe it's Herb, since you told Dorian the Buchanans are divided.
Me and my big mouth. Hey, Clint.
Beau? Sarah? You two mind if I bother you for a while?
No, Clint, come on in. It's not that late.
Well, you look wiped out.
Well, I feel wiped out.
Why? Well, look,
Why,
if
what's
you want
wrong?
to talk about this, you come over here, just any time.
Yeah, I'll do
Pick
that.
up the phone.
You got it. I'll do that.
Honey, I don't...
No, I mean, I might as well just go to Mendorra tonight.
What are you talking
This
about?
whole family is in a shambles again. Everybody is on divided sides. How can we have a wedding?
Roland?
Yes, Dorian. How are you?
Well, I'm quite well. I spend a large part of the evening talking to Sarah Gordon.
Will she fly over to Mendorra?
Well, I think she wants to, but she may not do it.
family is in a shambles again. Everybody is on divided sides. How can we have a wedding?
Roland?
Yes, Dorian. How are you?
Well, I'm quite well. I spend a large part of the evening talking to Sarah Gordon.
Will she fly over to Mendorra?
Well, I think she wants to, but she may not do it.
And why is that?
Well, because she and her fiancé are going to get married in a week and a half, and he's afraid that something might happen to interfere with the wedding.
Well, that doesn't give her much time with Raymond anyway, but we'll take it. Did you explain the urgency to her?
Oh, look, I tried, but if Beau Buchanan wasn't so insistent, I think she would have postponed the wedding. She said she would think about helping.
The coronation is in 2 weeks. Raymond seemed more paranoid to me today than he did yesterday. It's quite possible that Sarah Gordon is the only person who can keep the Mendorran government from collapsing.
All right, I will tell her, but Roland, if only Raymond would call her up and tell her he needs her help.
No, impossible.
Well, I know she wouldn't refuse him. All right, what about Klaus? Could he convince Raymond to seek her help?
Raymond is certain that his enemies are out to harm him. He believes Sarah would be in danger over here.
I suppose.
So keep at it, Dorian. Perhaps talking to Sarah's sister might help.
Oh, no, if we push this thing too far, it could backfire, Roland.
Well, whatever you say, but don't give up. Too much depends on this.
All right, I'll get back to you soon.
Look, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm just saying, I don't know. Okay, I'm not sure about...
You don't know. I gotta be dreaming this. We're a couple of days from getting married now. We were happy about this. This is what we really wanted. At least I thought this is what we wanted. I thought that you loved me just as much as I love you.
I love you, and I want to be with you. I want to spend the rest of my life with you, but...
I'm lost. I don't... What's
it's
the
not
problem?
you, okay? I mean, can you?
No, heck no, I don't forget that. That goes down in history as the worst wedding rehearsal in history. But enough time has passed since then, don't you?
Not for me. Not while Dad and Clint are still fighting.
Oh, I hate that.
Happened. Look, I'm telling you, I can't take that again. What if there's some kind of fight at the rehearsal again? Or worse yet, what if there's some kind of war at the wedding?
Wait, what are you saying? You want to just call it off?
No. I'm just saying, could we postpone it a little while? I mean, honey, we're both so happy with the way things are. What difference does we make if we sign some piece of paper or not?
It makes a difference to me.
I don't mean to make you angry.
What, angry? Get all about the plans that we made, the vows we made, just because our relatives don't get along?
No, actually, I resent that. It's not quite that simple, Beau.
No, yes, it is. It is. It is exactly that simple. You keep trying to make this complicated, and we said we're not going to do that anymore.
That's not
we're not going to make
doing.
their problems our problems.
Would you please just try to listen to my point of view for 1 second? Please? Sweetheart, when you asked me to marry you, I had this picture in my mind of a big, beautiful wedding. Remember? I mean, we talked about it when I came back from the cathedral. The decorations and the music that we were going to have and the dress that I was going to wear and the white ties, everything about it. And I don't want you to think it's just about decorations and the music. It's about feelings that we share for each other, feelings that we vowed we were going to share for the rest of our lives. Now, I'm sorry if I can't give up this notion of a big, beautiful wedding, but I just wanted the best for us.
Well, honey, listen, I would guarantee you a perfect wedding, but not if it means waiting indefinitely. When it comes to the woman I love, I'm an old-fashioned guy. I don't want to just live here together. I want us to be together.
We
in every sense of the word.
Together. More than any other couple I know, and that's what I'm talking about. Why can't we just leave things the way they are, and then when the time is right, we'll go ahead with...
What if the time is never really just right? Our families, they may go on feuding for months, for years. I want us to just get on with our lives. This wedding, this would take one day. It'd be one little moment. But after that, we would have a million great moments after we tie the knot.
Okay, so why can't we get on with those great, wonderful moments that we're going to have now?
But I can't explain this. I don't know. Either you feel this or you don't. I want to wake up every morning with my wife. Not with with my roommate, with my lover, with my girlfriend, with my wife. I want to sit at breakfast. I want to argue over which section of the paper that we're going to have with my wife. I want to call her office from my office, and I want to make a lunch date. Maybe I'll have even a little love in the afternoon with my wife. See, I want to come back here every night. I want to chop up a salad while she's grilling swordfish, and I want to share a little glass of white wine with my wife. I want to, after we watch Ted Koppel, we read the best sellers and everything else, I just want to turn off the lights. I want to slip in between the sheets, and I just want to know, just by touching her, not even having looked at her beautiful little face, that this is my wife! Oh.
You are an incurable romantic, do you know that?
Well, is it fatal, Doc? Huh?
No, I don't think so. Marriage is a compromise, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll give up the notion of the big wedding. Okay? And we'll have just a small little ceremony, just the two of us. How does that sound?
That sounds fantastic.
I think he likes it.
I like it. I love it. And I love you. And just as a show of good faith, I want to throw a big wedding reception. I want to invite this whole damn town, and I don't care if a brawl breaks out in there. It won't matter. Because we'll be an old married couple.
No.
Huh?
We're never going to be old.
No. I just had a great idea.
What?
Since it's just going to be a quiet little wedding, it'll just be the two of us, I think that our engagement party ought to be a little bit more exclusive, a little more intimate, okay?
What engagement party?
The one we're going to have now, tonight.
What?
Yeah, it's going to take me 2 minutes to go in, change clothes. I'm going to go to the store. I'm going to get us the best bottle of champagne.
No. I don't want you getting any champagne. It's going to storm outside any minute.
No. If the lady wants romance, that's what she's going to have. Paradise, you warm up the bed, and I will be back with a bubble.
Yes.
Raymond, is that you?
Prince Raymond is unavailable. Who's this?
It's Megan Gordon. I'm sure if you were to tell him I was on the phone.
Well, what a delight to speak with you finally, Miss Gordon. I'm sorry, but my brother is retired for the evening.
And you're...
I'm Roland Hornstein, at your service.
Oh, Prince Roland. I've heard a lot about you.
From my brother, no doubt. Well, he's done nothing but sing your praises, Miss Gordon.
Well, that's nice to hear.
Tell me, how is he?
Well, I know how close you are to Raymond, so I feel that I can be honest with you. My brother is in sad shape.
His vision?
Well, his physical problems are only a part of it. He's becoming increasingly depressed and despondent. I try to help him adjust to his blindness, and he refuses. He's withdrawn into his shell and is unwilling or unable to carry out his official duties.
Look, I'd really like to talk to him. Couldn't you check to see if he was awake? I'm sure that if he knew that it was...
It's really nothing personal, but Raymond is refusing all calls. In fact, he's not seeing or talking to anyone. It's as if he's giving up.
Prince Roland, forgive me, but just because he won't confide in you does not mean that he doesn't want to speak with me.
As I said, Miss Gordon, he's refusing to speak to anyone.
As to the differences that Raymond and I have had in the past, I assure you that I've put all of that behind me.
Well, good.
The only thing that I am concerned with now is helping my brother.
And we both want the same thing.
Yes, now if that's true, then I hope you would talk to your sister. Dorian Lloyd tells me that she's spoken with Sarah and asked her to come and work with my brother, and that so far she refuses.
She has other responsibilities.
Yes, I know. She's getting married, and she has her duties with the Landview Center for the Blind. But the fate of a nation is at stake here in Mendorra. The fate of my brother, his life is at stake.
Please, try and convince her that she, and only she, can save Raymond and the country that he loves.
All right, I'll talk to her, but I can't promise anything. She goes her own way, my sister.
Well, I will hope that her way takes her to Mendorra. I'll look forward to hearing from you, Miss Gordon.
I will do my best, Your Highness. Good night. Been problems between him and Raymond, but in the past. Now he says his main concern is to help his brother adjust to his blindness. And you believe him? I guess so. I mean, maybe he didn't tell me the whole truth.
Maybe he's lying through his teeth.
Well, see, that's just the thing. I feel like I'm totally in the dark here in Landview. For all I know, Raymond could be far worse off than Roland is allowing me to believe.
Well, if you're as concerned as you say you are, why don't you just hop on a plane and go over to Mendorra?
Sarah, it's not like I haven't tried that. What he needs right now is more than a friend. He needs a therapist, some professional help, someone to give him help the way that you could.
I know. Look, I thought I made it clear to you.
No, I'm not asking you to go over there. I'm not asking you to drop your wedding plans. But he needs help from someone, some kind of help that I can't give him.
So why don't you take my advice and go over there with another therapist? I would be happy to recommend someone to you.
And what if he doesn't want to work with this therapist? What if he doesn't want to see me?
Honey, is this Megan Gordon talking?
No, I don't know. I was just going to ask you the same thing. What is going on? You don't usually just throw up your hands and admit defeat.
Well, if Raymond is as depressed as Roland says,
then there's only one way to find out, right? Look, it's obvious how much you want to help him, so just stop second-guessing yourself, all right? Follow your heart.
You're just going to be worrying about Vicky. At least if you go to Mendorra, maybe you can do something good for Raymond.
Well, maybe I could do something for him, but I also have my responsibility to Fraternity Row. I can't just abandon them there.
No, I'm the producer of Fraternity Row. I'll talk to Sheldon, the other writers. We can write you out of the show for a little while. You could be in Mendorra in just a few days.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it might take me a little bit longer to find a therapist to go with you, but you could spend some time with Raymond, and then when the therapist arrives, he or she could take over from there.
See? Looks like your sister's got all the angles covered, so all we need now is for you to say yes.
I mean, there's really nothing stopping you, right? All you have to do is take a deep breath and do it.
Well, you're not leaving me much choice, are you? All right, fine. I will go.
Now you're talking.
Okay, and you're not going to change your mind, even if he gives you a hard time?
No. Prince Raymond is in for a surprise. I'm going to go and see him and take care of him, whether he wants me to or not.
How fine, but what was his reaction when you made the suggestion? Prince Raymond doesn't think there's any problem about his blindness. Of course he would think it was a wonderful idea. Yeah, but I told... Am I early?
No, not at all. Mom's on the phone. She'll be off shortly, I hope.
It was so sweet of Dorian to arrange this telecast, you know. I haven't seen my daughter dance for ages, and to think I'm going to see it live from Mendorra, I'm so excited.
Oh, well, the whole ballet company is thrilled to have her with them. I mean, they love her.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I'm terribly glad to hear that. I thought perhaps they might be a bit jealous, her getting the leading role. You know?
Oh, no, not at all. They're thrilled to have her. Come on in.
Who else is coming?
Oh, Cor, John Russell,
Well, as long as you've already announced his appearance.
What's wrong, Madam Ambassador?
I just hope we're not making a terrible mistake.
No, it's a brilliant move. It will give the country and the world an opportunity to see that Raymond can conduct himself with grace and ease, even though he is blind. You did invite Sarah Gordon to view the telecast, did you not? Just in case Raymond has a problem with his speech.
Oh, yes, she'll be here.
Good. Perhaps she'll see how desperately he needs her help.
You know, I spoke to him earlier this morning, and he sounded just fine. I mean, maybe he's getting himself together, and he won't need her help at all. Oh, wait a minute. That's
Well,
probably
I hope
Sarah
so.
now. I'll call you right after the performance.
Thank you. Hello, Dorian.
Sarah, I am so glad you could make
Here's what to do when you don't find
They gone to a lot of trouble.
Oh, no, not at all. I just picked up the phone and called the caterer. I simply cannot watch the ballet on an empty stomach. Where's Megan?
I don't know. She said she'd meet me here. I'm sure she'll be along. Actually, she's very worried about Prince Raymond.
Oh, well, I had a business conversation with him earlier this morning, and he was in such good spirits.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yes. Oh, now, Sarah, you know Julia Medina?
Yeah, hi, how are you?
And, of course, you know Kathy.
Hi. How are you?
Good to see you. Yeah, you too. It's probably Megan now.
Hi, how you doing? Thank you.
Oh, Cord, how are you?
Real
to see
good.
you.
What's going on? I didn't know you were having a whole party here.
This is the royal family of Mendorra's salute to the arts. Don't you think it's worthy of a party?
Yes, ma'am, I guess so.
Then you go right in.
Okay, continue. Hi.
Hello, John.
It's been a long time, Dorian.
Yes, too long. Well, it's very good to see you. You're supposed to say, it's good to see you, Dorian.
It's great to see you, Dorian. Oh, and you look as beautiful as ever. I don't know how you do it.
Well, I guess it's just natural. Just as your good looks are so natural to you.
You're still charming as ever, aren't you?
Well, thank you. Why don't you go in and say hi to everyone?
I'm so pleased that you could find the time to come and watch Deborah dance.
Well, believe me, I wouldn't miss this for the world.
You and she grew rather fond of each other, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
Do you miss her as much as I do?
Yes, ma'am. I think at times I do.
Well, how are you? I suppose you must be rather lonely without your son.
Yeah, well, it's tough. I mean, you get into the habits, you know. I give him a bath every night. Read him a story before he goes to bed. I didn't realize it, but that kind of became like the high point of my day, and now, well, I mean, I talk to him 2 times a week. Sometimes more.
How is Tina?
I don't know. I mean, she'll say hello, and then she'll put CJ on the phone for a little bit. I think she's still a little upset about the breakup.
Yes, I understand. It was rather unpleasant. I'm sorry.
There's a lot of anger, a lot of bitterness that we need to get over. That could take some time.
Does that mean that you're still holding out some hope that you might get back together?
Cord, we've only got about 2 minutes before the performance. Come get some food. Come on.
The overture.
Yes.
How many dance numbers are scheduled?
8. Deborah Medina's solo is the last act on the program. As soon as she exits, the podium will be placed on the stage, and Prince Roland will introduce you.
You'll make sure I'm in the right spot so I can walk straight to the podium.
Of course, everything will be as we rehearsed it. Your brother and Helga are coming over.
Raymond, it's me.
Have we got a full house?
Yes, standing room only. Raymond, I wish that you would change your mind about walking on the stage.
My blindness is an inconvenience, Roland, not a handicap. I can walk on a stage without falling on my face.
Yes, waving your arms in front of you to find the podium, that's going to make a pretty picture.
I don't have to wave my arms. Klaus and I have it all worked out, so we can silence all my critics.
Is there any way that I can help you, Your Highness?
No, thank you, Helga. Klaus.
Yes.
You'll make sure that the bright yellow spotlight is in place directly opposite in the other wings. Now follow the light 5 steps, turn right, face the audience, and I'll be standing directly behind the podium.
All right, we'll do it your way.
Don't worry, it'll be a piece of cake.
Klaus, would you take him to the makeup people? His forehead is shining.
Relax, Roland.
I assume you know what to do.
She is just beautiful.
She really is wonderful, Julia.
Is that all there is?
No, Prince Raymond is going to give a short speech.
Well, in that case, I think I'll get some more lunch.
Well, I think Megan is going to miss Raymond's speech.
You know, Dorian, actually, I don't know why you're so anxious to hear Raymond's speech. I mean, after all, you did rake him over the coals in the Philadelphia papers.
Well, I didn't exactly rake him over the coals.
You said he wasn't fit to rule Mendorra.
I was expressing my fears about whether or not he could handle the responsibility. Now, if he makes a good impression here, I will be very happy for him.
And if he doesn't?
If he doesn't, it's quite obvious he should step aside and Roland should rule the country.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and pleasure to present His Royal Highness Raymond, now Prince of Mendorra, but in a very few weeks, your new king.
We've tried them all. The grapefruit diet. The Malibu diet. The creative visualization diet.
What's wrong with him? He looks so confused.
I don't know. I think he might have lost count or something.
So what happened?
I think maybe he was counting his steps to the podium, and then when he stopped to take a bow, he lost count, and it ended up short of the podium.
Damn it. What happened?
Don't worry, you're all right. Here, just put your hand out and touch the podium. That's it.
Am I facing the audience?
Yes. I'm going to leave the stage, all right?
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for not making a more graceful entrance. I'm sorry.
Hey, why don't you let me do your speech for you?
The damn podium was in the wrong place.
Yes, Klaus is right here. He's going to help you off stage.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is no cause for alarm. His Highness was simply confused when he missed the podium, but I assure you he's in good health and fully capable of following in our dear father's footsteps. I would like to thank the Royal Ballet and the Royal Orchestra for their outstanding performances this afternoon.
Well, I guess my bad luck is following me. I missed the party. I missed Raymond's speech. I'm really sorry. I did try and make it here on time.
No, it's not you. It's Raymond.
What about him? How was his speech?
He didn't give it.
Why? Has something happened?
Well, when he walked out in front of the audience, I don't know, he must have lost count of his steps or something, but anyway, he almost fell off the stage.
Oh, no.
Yeah, well, it gets worse. So his brother rushed out to help him, and I don't know, apparently he was just so confused or just disoriented, and, well, he couldn't even give a speech. So Roland gave it for him.
You mean he embarrassed himself in front of the whole country?
Well,
I don't understand. Raymond, well, he never lets anything shake him up.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me tell you, he was pretty shook up this afternoon. You know, I'm starting to wonder if maybe Dorian and Roland were exaggerating.
Well, all right, you've got to get that therapist over to Mendorra as fast as possible. Sarah, you did find someone to work with Raymond, didn't you?
Gloria was all set to go, and then her baby came down with chicken pox, and now she doesn't want to go.
Well, so why can't her husband take care of the baby?
Look, I can't make her leave her child.
Yeah, I know that. I'm sorry. I just didn't expect Raymond to be so badly off.
Me either.
Well, so did you find another therapist?
Well, no. I mean, there's not really anyone else available. They all have families.
All right, Sarah, then you're going to have to teach me everything I need to know. Like it or not, I've got to go over there and give Raymond the help that he needs.
Megan, I've already told you. It would take me months to teach you what you have to know to help him.
In a couple of weeks, the man is going to be crowned king. How is he going to get through the coronation?
Yeah, I know. I think if Dorian has her way, Roland is going to be the next king.
No, over my dead body. Look, Sarah, you have to come to Mendorra with me.
Look,
you're so good. You'll be able to whip him into shape in no time.
I've made that clear to you, right? I can't just up and leave, Bo. We're going to be married in 6 days.
Fine. Spend 4 days in Mendorra, and then you'll have 2 days to get ready for the wedding. Please, please go with me. Raymond's future lies in your hands.
Look, Megan, please don't pressure me.
I'm not going to stop until I convince you to come to Mendorra with me. Now, you once told me that blind people should not feel handicapped. Well, that's what Raymond is right now. Come on. You can help him. You can make his life full and happy again.
All right. Okay, I'll go to Mendorra with you.
Thank you, thank you.
4 days, that's all. Just long enough to help him regain some of his confidence, okay?
Okay. You're an absolute angel. I overheard you as I was coming in. Hello, Megan.
Hi, Dorian.
Well, I'm so sorry you missed the party, but then again, perhaps it was better. You also missed Raymond's embarrassing performance.
I'm sure that you've had your fair share of embarrassing moments. But, of course, Raymond is going to be fine now. If you'll excuse me, I think I'm going to call him and let him know that we're coming.
Oh, great.
Oh, no, don't do that. Let Roland tell him. I'm sure he can talk him into accepting your help.
She's probably right.
All right, fine. Then I'll just go make our reservations.
Oh, no, don't be silly. I'll have my secretary take care of everything.
You really don't have to go through that trouble.
Oh, it's no trouble. I'm going with you.
You're going with us.
Yes, of course. I have to make sure that you get the royal welcome, don't I? You are going to love Marienstein. It's the capital where the palace is. It is absolutely enchanting.
Well, it sounds great. I'm sure we'll have a great time.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't be more excited about it, but I think Bo just might go through the roof.
He likes Raymond. I'm sure that he wants him to be happy. Besides, it's only for 4 days. I mean, Bo can't be upset about just 4 days, can he?
I think there's only one way to find out. Thank you.
These lessons, you can stop criticizing him.
Oh, Cassie, I wasn't criticizing him. I was merely concerned about the welfare of the country.
Well, it'll be in good hands, I can assure you.
I hope so. Anyway, we'll see. Why don't you start getting packed,
What are you talking about?
Oh, I made a plane reservation for you.
I can't leave Dad now and go out of town.
Why not?
Because he's running for mayor. Have you forgotten?
Of course not. But he'll be perfectly all right without you for a few days. You just come with me to Mendorra, and you'll come back here next week and join the campaign. Please, Cassie, I need you there.
Well, maybe Raymond could use some cheering on. Well, do you want me to get it?
No, you just pack.
Hello?
Did you see the performance?
Oh, yes, it was just awful. I felt so badly for Prince Raymond. I wanted to cry.
You will cry when you hear some of the feedback I've been getting. The ministers are beside themselves. The man on the street is wondering what's going to happen to the country if Raymond takes over. It's a terrible situation.
Well, I have some good news, Your Highness. Sarah has agreed to come to Mendorra and work with Raymond. And I'm sure she can really get his confidence back this time.
You are a jewel, Madam Ambassador. You deserve a medal for your efforts.
Oh, you're right. And I accept. You better have it ready. We'll be there tomorrow.
We'll roll out the red carpet for you. Thank you again. Goodbye.
I gather she convinced Sarah Gordon to come to Mendorra?
Yes. We'll give her a welcome she'll remember for the rest of her life.
I was starved. I didn't get a chance to eat at work, so I just threw a little snack together. You want to join me?
No, thanks. I'm not really hungry.
Are you mad at me because I missed Dorian's little soiree?
No, sweetheart, I know how busy you are at the studio. Not at all.
So, how was it over there, other than long?
It wasn't that bad. It was an hour, maybe 90 minutes at the most.
Bummer. Too long. So, will one of the dancers fall on his keister, or did Dorian give you a lot of heat about Vicky running for mayor?
No, the dancing was great. Deborah was just terrific, and actually Dorian behaved herself.
Why do you act like you've been to a funeral?
Though I can't tell you the fiasco that I witnessed this afternoon. If I don't do something to help Raymond, and soon, he is not going to be crowned King of Mendorra.